Hello everyone and welcome to a new best of 3 in the IEM Season 1 group stage. We're heading into Group D again, and we're starting with one of the human versus night elf matchups. As you know, right now it is always twice human against night elf and one night elf mirror in this group, and this time the night elf player spawning in the top left spawn position in yellow is the Swede LiiLD.C, who is definitely gonna want to get his third consecutive victory in this group stage to maintain his dominance, his first rank in Group D. So far he hasn't lost a single map, and he starts with Altar first, with a Moonwell and with the Engine of War in front of his Goblin Laboratory. So he's probably gonna take the standard approach here, most likely with a Demon Hunter, maybe with a Warden, but then again in late 06, early 07, that was seen rather rarely. Job done. At the same time, miou, his opponent, the German human player, starting with standard as well, with AM first, with the early barracks, the farms, etc. He is sitting in the middle of the group so far, with one very impressive victory against Insomnia on Playday 1 and one very disappointing defeat against HG on Playday 2. So if he wants to take down LiiLD.C, he's definitely gonna have to step up his Night Elf versus human matchup, at least compared to what we've seen on Playday 2. But maybe he's just gonna do that. So we'll see. So scouts arrive, miou seeing probably everything he wanted to see here, heading towards the mercenary camp. As he's seen the wisp heading down there, maybe he expects that one to be the repair wisp for a potential Ancient of War creep, but that's not what's happening. The scout wisp of LiiLD.C had to detonate already, so he's not exactly gonna know what miou's approach here is, and it looks like he's gonna go for the instant expansion at his natural. Demon Hunter starts creeping here. Another wisp heading across the map. I guess LiiLD.C is gonna want to know exactly what's happening. I guess especially against the tier 1 tower push, he's not gonna wanna risk getting overwhelmed and surprised and overwhelmed by that. But that's not gonna be the case here, as miou, as already mentioned, is going for the instant expansion. Linehorn of Stormwind for him. Pretty bad item. Demon Hunter, let's see, what did he get? Circlet and Mantle. Well, he's not going to be cheering out loud about that, but definitely decent item drops. And XP tome from miou, that's very big, as it's gonna boost him close to level 3 already. I guess after killing this Enforcer, he's gonna need like 1 or 2 more units to get there. But pretty big, of course. The wisp is coming in right now, and he sees what miou's been up to. At the same time, tier 2 started for LiiLD.C, who is still finishing the first camp. Immolation used by him. Let's see, is miou getting the deny here? Oh, he's trying to, but he's not getting it. Demon Hunter getting the first kill on that footman. miou does not quite have the lumber at the moment to start his town hall. Just needs like 12 more at the moment. It's gonna take him a little while to get there. At the meantime, Hunter's Hall for LiiLD.C, and okay, no counter expansion. Okay, he's going for another Ancient of War here, just to help him creep that expansion eventually. Another peasants getting killed. He's pulling them back. Okay, he's taking. All right. So is he afraid of the immolation harassment of the Demon Hunter, or was it planned in the first place? I guess it wasn't planned, because if it had been planned, he would have sent those peasants back immediately. So miou already switching up his plan. As mentioned already, he needs like 1 more kill to get level 3. It looks like he's gonna continue creeping for now. Blacksmith being added. Did LiiLD.C see this? He didn't, but he's seen the peasants head back, so that should already be a sign for him. Ancient of War is about to finish here. Hunter's Hall about to finish. Oh, and he reveals. Okay, so he now knows about what's happening. He sees the blacksmith. He sees everything he needs to know. miou did get the level 3 here, getting the boots of speed as well, getting the dust. So basically he's got everything he needs right now with the rifleman, with the level 3. He's gonna want to try and hit a timing push. LiiLD.C. Oh, it looks like he cancelled the Ancient of War. So LiiLD.C, once again with some pretty interesting decision making. He's you know, we've seen LiiLD.C making some very nice decisions, especially against Titan, I think it was, also on Tarina stand. So it looks like at least his decision making seems to be on point, because of course against the one base human he doesn't need an expansion or doesn't need to creep his expansion, and it looks like he rather wants to have a second hero immediately on tier 2, lores immediately, maybe quick tier 3 instead of the second Ancient of War here, because of course he's gonna want to defend against the timing push. Cloak of Shadows used nicely here by miou. He's trying to get some damage done onto those archers. Not a lot achieved so far by miou, but LiiLD.C, who reached tier 2 already, cannot start producing his lores yet, which is already decent for miou, because LiiLD.C's been tier 2 for like 15 seconds or so right now. He's now getting the Dark Ranger, the Naga of course, which of course tells us that he wants to drive this push away as quickly as possible. He's going to be able to do damage both to both the AM and to the Footman very easily, and snipe stuff down with the Demon Hunter and the Naga. Therefore 2 Footmen have already fallen. Militia called by miou, which seems a bit weird. Maybe he just wants to make sure to drive away the Demon Hunter and the Naga of LiiLD.C with, yeah, with the Militia and the Naga. So no super early tier 2 push here by him. No shop yet, no Arcane Sanctum. Not really any gold for miou as well. So bit of odd macro by miou. Finally the laws come up by LiiLD.C. They could already have finished basically if miou hadn't been there. Then again, I think at least with this one Wisp here, he could have built one of the lores hidden on top of his base, but he didn't do so. And it looks like miou is not gonna go for a timing push, but for the tier 2 expansion. Very interesting, but LiiLD.C is immediately going to see this. The peasants are going to chase this Wisp away, but LiiLD.C knows everything he needs to. And let's see if he's still going to go for the early tier 3. I mean, he can either decide to build his... Okay, he gets another Wisp. To build some Dryads here and get Dispel early on and not go for quick bears. And basically apply more pressure as soon as possible. Or he can decide to go for a quick bear push, which gives miou a bit of momentum, which gives miou a bit of a timing window to basically get towers up and creep his heroes and stuff. But of course it would speed up LiiLD.C's eventual bear push. But it looks like he's gonna go for more Dryads early on. Then again, miou still has a lot of steam behind this little aggression, as he already has 3 footmen, 3 riflemen, still has 3 footmen and a level 3 on his AM, of course, still. So first archers going down here, first footman is surviving, and yeah, as I said, miou can stall LiiLD.C for a little bit of time with this at least. Let's see if he's going for the quick snipe on the Wisp. No, he's just heading back. Expansion has started running. And right now, of course, miou is gonna want to produce as many units as quickly as possible. Then again, he doesn't even have an Arcane Sanctum yet, so it's only going to be Rifleman for at least for a while. And yeah, with the first Dryad, first Dispel is coming in. The Demon Hunter slowly making his way towards level 3, which of course would be super important against those human heroes. And miou, yeah, he's only sticking with Rifleman. He really needs a couple of casters in addition to this. But so far, that isn't the case. Now the peasant, what's he doing? Okay, there's the Arcane Sanctum, oddly placed outside of his base instead of here, which would have been a very obvious position to put it. And yeah, LiiLD.C, he's just getting plenty of Dryads. He's not getting tier 3, he's getting upgrades, so it looks like he doesn't even want to go up to bears. He wants to break this as quickly as possible. But is it still going to be enough, or is miou going to be able to gather a sufficient critical number of riflemen in time? Because I'm not sure I agree with LiiLD.C's approach here, because if you don't add bears to this army, you need a very, very strong Demon Hunter, well, very strong heroes in general, but the Demon Hunter, of course, is more important in that situation than the Naga, and I don't really see the Demon Hunter being as strong yet. So the Riflemen are getting into position. As you can see, they are doing plenty of damage to the Dryads. First Dryad is going down, second Dryad is going down. Demon Hunter, yeah, not really doing too much. Level 3 for him, finally. And now miou also starts taking some damage. First Rifleman has gone down, first Dryad is being pulled back. Range upgrade has not been researched yet, which could be a huge mistake by miou, because with the range upgrade, if you just compare it, the Rifleman can outrange the Dryads. The Dryads have 500 range, the Riflemen have 400 without upgrade and 600 with upgrade, and it's very important to have that upgrade to basically force the Dryads into the range of the Riflemen if they want to chase down stuff. And miou so far didn't get that upgrade, which is very, very odd, which makes his unit composition a lot weaker. But then again, I'm assuming he's gonna get it eventually once he's getting the lumber to do so, but at the moment he's having huge lumber issues. He's just adding Rifleman over Rifleman. 53 supply for him against 48 for his opponent. 1-0 upgrades for LiiLD.C and no upgrades for miou, who, as previously mentioned, is lacking lumber heavily. Who's got protection scroll right now, heat scroll, inward potion, he's found the Vein of Illusion. So he's looking pretty decently, and LiiLD.C cannot poke in here with the Dryads because the number of Riflemen is already pretty huge, and therefore, you know, miou's got a very easy time sniping those Dryads. So LiiLD.C, yeah, not really sure if I agree with his approach here. And that after I just, like 5 minutes ago, stated how great his decision making has been so far in this tournament. Now he's going tier 3, alright. So he's almost halfway done already. He's gonna add bears into the mix eventually, because he as well seems to realize that only Dryads aren't gonna do the trick here against the 2-base human. He's getting the Tome of XP as well, which is just fair. Of course, miou has already benefited greatly from his Tome of XP, and I'm not sure if, you know, LiiLD.C getting it so late is going to have as much benefit of it as miou did. So more and more and more Riflemen are coming. First cast is coming as well from miou. Naga is gonna reach level 3 right now. AM also has a heat scroll, so 2 of them already. He's kept the Lionhorn of Stormwind, interestingly. Depth upgrade is already finished on the bears. Second bear is coming. Probably, is that Dispel for me already? No, there isn't. So the Rejuvenation is going to be quite powerful, which I'm assuming the Demon Hunter is going to be the target of. So miou is gonna wanna add either a Breaker or the depth upgrade on his priest eventually, and there is the range upgrade on the Rifleman. So he's gonna have that one finished in just a couple seconds. He's continuing to creep, and yeah, so does LiiLD.C. miou up at 70 supply already against the 56 of his opponent, Vein of Mana Stealing. And of course, LiiLD.C is going to have the tech advantage here, but still no expansion, and I don't know how he's gonna wanna win this in the long run without an expansion. miou pulling the militia here, it looks like he's expecting the counter expansion already, because there hasn't been a huge push by his opponent, but it looks like that push might be occurring just now, because, you know, of course, if he doesn't play a counter expansion, he's eventually gonna wanna push, because if he doesn't, then miou is just gonna get further and further and further ahead army-wise, and miou is just, yeah, ignoring the Ancient of War to kill the counter expansion, but it's not there. And yeah, seeing that means he can take care of that Ancient of War and afterwards TP in. Downside, of course, for miou is that he is not gonna have militia support in this fight, because his peasants are with this army. He's probably not gonna want to town portal in too aggressively. The Breaker is now with the army. He's definitely gonna want to turn off the auto steal on the Breaker and manually steal Rejuvenation, which is exactly what we're seeing here. Fog Lightning is coming in. I think he should send the peasants back in order to change them into militia shape if he needs to. LiiLD.C repositioning here, of course. Fighting with that number of bears is very hard for the Knight Death player, as you know, he's not going to be able to get them basically around the Rifleman to have them just take him down one by one. But the first Rifleman have fallen. Nevertheless, bears have both been staffed, but now it's only Dryads and the 2 heroes against the huge human army, and the Demon Hunter is forced to use the Town Portal here. Breaker is being pulled back properly. Level 4 for the Demon Hunter, as another Rifleman is going down. So LiiLD.C has lost plenty of Dryads here, as you can see. That's 4 Dryad corpses. I think miou has lost like 3 Riflemen. So the trade was decent for miou. The reproduction is going to be very good for miou. Of course, LiiLD.C is going to have more bears available in upcoming fights. Illusion here is scouting the Knight Death army. And AM, the Illusion just runs out of duration, as the Dryad was about to dispel it. I mean, the hero levels are decent for LiiLD.C at this point, but the sheer size of miou's army is going to be the problem. He's moving out 1 wisp of his out of his base in order to maybe get to counter expansion in production eventually, and that should be exactly what we'll see in just a second. So realizing that he cannot break miou's expansion anymore, LiiLD.C is trying to go for the counter expansion, but look at miou. He's got 4 heal scrolls. He's at 76 supply. He's got, okay, no upgrades. Fair enough. Getting the first attack upgrade right now. Whereas LiiLD.C, of course, having the first attack upgrade finished for a long time right now. First defense upgrade as well. But he's sitting at only 55 supply.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
So fighting this huge human army is going to be very hard for him. So greater mana potion for miou as well, which is going to be great against the Demon Hunter's mana burn. LiiLD.C running around without a Town Portal right now, so if he gets caught off guard, then the game is just going to be over. But miou apparently doesn't realize the position his opponent is in. I think now he should see him, and miou is not gonna be afraid of engaging in a fight, as the Sorceress is getting in range for a slow not yet. Looks like Yupe lagged out in the meantime. First attack upgrade finished for miou. First defense upgrade for the Breakers is coming as well. Militia have been called, and he's going for the counter expansion here to, you know, just secure and maintain his economic lead, which of course he has had for plenty of minutes right now. As we can see, the mains, by the way, still 2,000 inside of those, so they're not gonna run out anytime soon. But the militia have already ran out. Alright, so now we're gonna see the big push by miou. First Breaker is taking plenty of damage, but so is the Demon Hunter, already halfway down, has to pull back. First Water Metal is being dispelled. Scroll of Protection used right now. Of course, there are only 3 Dryads remaining, so there's not a lot of mana to dispel all of the Scroll of Protection. Bear being staffed here. Second bear could cast Rejuvenation, but then again it would get stolen immediately anyway. The first bears are now being taken down. The peasants are coming in as well, surrounding one of the bears, and LiiLD.C, he can never fight here. 2 more bears going down, and this expansion is definitely doomed. Still 77 supply for miou, plus 1,700 gold, whereas LiiLD.C has even dropped down into no upkeep again. Another bear is being staffed in time, but that is not going to bring LiiLD.C back into this fight. Fog Lightning going onto the Demon Hunter, who is still alive for now, but he is getting focused out. Peasants are taking care of the expansion, and there is the GG by LiiLD.C, who was trying to go for a very weird strategy, for a very weird push with only Dryads and the Demon Hunter and the Naga, and he was staying on tier 2 for way too long. Had he gone for tier 3 immediately for a quick bear push, I think, you know, the game would have been completely differently, but he didn't, and therefore miou is the first player to take a map of LiiLD.C, and he's only 1 map away from getting up to 6 points as well to join LiiLD.C at the top of the group. and that map is going to be Secret Valley, and I hope you'll check that one out as well.